Portal 2026. Live on everything. Alrighty, what's up everybody? What's up everybody? It's Macbatz. We're playing Portal today. I rolled some dice on stream. If you're watching on Twitch, you saw it. If not, whatever. Here we are. I rolled some dice and it landed on Portal. In 2026, we're playing Portal. It's a great game. It's been a long time since I played it though. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. New game. We're gonna probably do some. Well, you gotta start with the beginning. What's the? Do you want commentary on? Yeah, actually.
Welcome to
Game name here.
Hopefully you've already had a chance to enjoy the offbeat perspective and new game mechanic of Portal. To listen to a commentary node, put your crosshair over the floating commentary symbol and press your use key. To stop a commentary node, put your crosshair over the rotating node and press the use key again.
Oops.
Some commentary nodes may take control of the game in order to show something to you. In these cases, simply press your use key again to stop the commentary. Please let me know what you think after you've had a chance to play, as we think we are just at the beginning of taking advantage of this type of gameplay. I can be reached at gaben@valvesoftware.com. Thanks, and have fun.
Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, that's kind of a cool little message. There's a timer on the wall. I don't think I ever noticed that before. Whoa. I wonder if it's...
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning are the...
Hold on. I'm just gonna... Surely I'll notice something if it's like at 1.
primary goals of all enrichment center activities.
Look at
Serious injuries may occur. For your own safety
well,
and
whatever.
the safety of others, please refrain from...
Oh, that does not seem safe.
Turn back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Oh. Okay, so hold on. I wanted to listen to those.
One of the things we learned from Narbacular Drop, our student project that became Portal, was that players often thought portals took them into other spaces, or even other dimensions. To help fight that notion, we start players in a visually unique room with memorable objects, so that when they walk through a portal for the first time, they have a clear point of reference which communicates the idea that they're still in the same basic location. For instance, the radio, which is playing an instrumental version of Still Alive, helps as well by providing some audio continuity. It's absolutely critical that players quickly wrap their heads around what a portal is. We noticed early playtesters grasped the concept much more quickly when they caught a glimpse of themselves through a portal. So we deliberately positioned this first portal to ensure that players will invariably see themselves.
That's cool.
We put the player character in an orange jumpsuit to reinforce the fact that she's a test subject. Visually, the warmer colors helped her pop out against the colder tones of her environment. Some playtesters were wondering why she could fall so far without getting hurt the way she would have if she were in Half-Life 2. In response, we added a mechanized heel spring to her lower legs. Afterwards, there was no longer any question about why she could survive such long falls.
And so this is the inside. That's so weird. I mean, I played this before, but it always trips me up, man. It always trips me up. They really slept on this shit, man. With, I mean, Portal 1 and 2, they could have done 3.
Portal is effectively an extended
They
player
could still
training
do 3.
exercise. We spend
Cough,
a huge
cough.
portion of the game introducing a
Nudge,
series
nudge.
of gameplay tools, then layering those tools into increasingly difficult puzzles. This layering starts here, where we train the button and box mechanic, before introducing the more complicated concept of portals.
Excellent. Please proceed into the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent particle field across the exit. This Aperture Science material emancipation grid will vaporize any unauthorized equipment that passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
Forgot to change my title. All right, how's everybody doing? All right, here we go.
Please place the weighted storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture Science heavy duty super colliding super button. Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock, as the effects of prolonged exposure to the button are not part of this test.
Wait, we forgot to listen to that thing.
We wanted players to feel safe while standing in a portal, so we never kill them or destroy objects within a portal that's closing. Instead, we either push or teleport objects out of a portal as it closes.
Oh. Nice.
We very deliberately introduce and train each gameplay concept in Portal, so that once players reach this spot, we're confident that they know what a portal is and roughly how it works. Early versions of the game let players stumble through the beginning, without always understanding what was going on, which really compromised teaching new concepts. The puzzle you just finished was designed so that stumbling around will almost always lead to a dead end. Completing the puzzle requires walking through a minimum of 5 portals in a specific order. This kind of gating in which a solid understanding of key gameplay concept is required for success, helped standardize the learning curve of the game tremendously.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grill, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth.
In early versions of this map, playtesters would charge down the stairs without noticing what was creating the portal. We introduced a mandatory pause in the action, what we call a gate, to help ensure that players stop and notice the portal gun making the blue portal. A particle effect and a loud noise helped draw their attention.
Alright, hold on, guys. I'm gonna quit. Enable. Forgot to turn this on so I can have my little keyboard. Well, profile. More than fun. There we go. I can use the mouse. This game may not be built for. I don't remember what I binded E to. Oh well. This is a good game to play this or start this with. So it's shooting. Okay, so I gotta wait for it. If we need to adjust this little keyboard, I can. I never really get the chance to use this, so it's actually kind of nice to be able to use it. I'm gonna put this controller didn't really work out for me on this. It like whips around and it's doing something weird, so I decided just to cancel that. Mouse speed though, dude. Yeah.
You are now in possession of the Aperture Science handheld portal device. With it, you can create your own portal.
So cool. This game's so good. It is so good. It's a feel-good game. It is a feel-good game.
Do not touch the operational end of the device.
Alright. Yeah, wait, I'm gonna need E. Hold on. Wait. Let me just double check those. Oh, the mouse speed is crazy still. Video, or I can turn all this stuff up. It is already. Flight all high. Fine, it's fine. Feel that, yeah. Okay, feel the vehicle. Hold on. I usually like a good 90 or 100. That's actually a pretty simple game when it comes to uses it to be perfect. Okay. Fun game. So yeah, we got it all. Check this out. I just didn't know which button it was. Crouch? That's a toggle. Or that's not a toggle, it's a hold. Okay. And then, oh man, this was great. This is gonna be a great way to play this game. Now, you guys may not know what I'm using here. I'm gonna switch back to my actual main screen now. But I actually have a little handheld keyboard pad, and they don't make these anymore. But it actually has an analog stick on it. Now, I don't think there might be a way to make it actually act like an analog stick, but it is just like 4 cardinal directions, WASD. But you know, you can get the maneuverability. Dude, I'm like very excited to play some old PC games with this. But yeah, this is the move. This was definitely the move. Now we can portal with this. That's awesome. Well, let's do it. I'm having a blast. I hope you guys are having fun too. I haven't played this game in so long. It's fun to come back. Check it out. All right, here we go.
Please proceed to the chamber lock. Mind the gap.
Now, how do I? Wait.
This room was designed to make players understand that
What
entrance
button
and
was
exit
that?
portals aren't tied to the color of the portal.
I clicked X. Okay. Let's try it again.
This room was designed to make players understand that
Oh,
entrance
it
and
worked.
exit portals aren't tied to the color of the portal. Playtesters often assumed that orange portals were exit only, so we created this puzzle to force players to enter an orange portal.
Okay.
When rendering the player's view through a portal, we must render a separate image using a virtual camera which looks out of the opposite portal. To obtain a correct image and efficient rendering performance, we render only what is visible to the limited field of view of the opposite portal and exclude objects which lie between the virtual camera and the plane of the opposite portal.
Okay. Oh, I see. So you have to.
Well done. Remember, the Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. To ensure the safe performance of all authorized activities, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
It's so trippy, dude. Okay, let's talk to this thing.
The combination of portal-destroying fields, which we call fizzlers, and the elevators
I want to make sure
serve
that
a dual purpose. They provide a clearly
everything's
identifiable
going
endpoint
well.
for each test chamber, while also addressing the more practical problem of how to keep players from portaling across level loads. We eventually integrated the fizzlers into several of our puzzle designs.
Huh. Let's go to the next one. This game is fun.
Welcome to Test Chamber 4. You're doing quite well.
For training purposes, there's generally just one correct solution to these early puzzles. The original version of this room didn't have the glass barrier. Playtesters would often stand on the button to open the door and then shoot a blue portal through the opening, bypassing the box entirely. Since this puzzle was meant to illustrate the relationship between boxes and buttons, that solution, while clever, was a failure. So we added the glass barrier to prevent it. Later in the game, however, the puzzles become more open-ended.
It's kind of a shame though. Like, why take that away? Like, I don't know. I get it. You said it was a failure, but I don't know. I don't agree. Okay, so Just use a box. Wait. Interest. Oh.
Integrating portals with Source Engine's physics system was a complex process that required several iterations to achieve the right balance of performance and correctness. Because portals can be placed virtually anywhere in the game's environment, the physics system had to be modified to allow dynamic changes to its representation of colliding geometry, such as the walls and floor around this box, and any objects which may lie on the opposite side of the portal. Initial implementations of this dynamic collision generation system could take up to 1/2 of 1 second, or 500 milliseconds, to compute the correct collision. This may not sound like a long time in everyday life, but this pause during the portal creation was quite noticeable in the context of a game. Ultimately, we designed a system that creates temporary hybrid physics environments in bubbles around the portals, using less accurate collision than that produced by Source's standard collision generation, but was accurate enough in practice and reduced the time to create dynamic collision representation from 500 milliseconds to just 10 milliseconds, which is an imperceptible pause during portal creation.
That's crazy. There's so much science behind this game. It's actually nuts. I kind of get what they mean. They wanted us to do a very specific thing.
Once again, excellent work. As part of a required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck. For your own safety, do not destroy vital testing apparatus.
I'll do what I want.
Early versions of Portal featured more detailed, cluttered environments, much like Half-Life 2. We quickly realized that unnecessary objects scattered all over the place distracted players to the point where it actually interfered with the Portal training process. So we simplified the art style to favor clean, focused test chambers. The modular approach we settled on makes it look plausible that the chambers can reform dynamically on these pistons.
It's kind of cool. It's cool to know that, but can't sprint. So cool when you can see yourself. It freaks me out sometimes. As a kid, I mean, it like trips you up, man. Your brain goes, what?
As part of a required test protocol, our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a required test protocol, we will stop enhancing the truth in 3, 2, 1. While safety is one of many Enrichment Center goals, the Aperture Science, unbelievable. You
Subject name here.
Must be the pride of.
Subject hometown here.
To make puzzles deeper than just teleporting to the exit, we had to include surfaces that won't hold a portal, which are formally introduced here. We experimented with several surface designs before we settled on this one, whose visual noise and reflectivity make it easy to identify at a distance.
Yeah, fair enough. But you know what I wish? I wish there was a game that used portal technology. I mean, there is a game, actually. Splitgate uses portal technology, technically, in its own weird way. But it's a shooter. So you have to, like, you can, like, shoot through the portals and stuff, and, like, it's actually pretty fun. And it's hard. But no one's really done anything with this, and I really wish they would. Like, give us, like, a big... I know, like, everyone's like, open world RPGs or whatever. Okay, I'm not asking for this game to be completely changed. I just think it'd be cool to have, like, an open environment where you could literally do crazy stuff with the portal gun. You could do some pretty crazy stuff in this, but gosh, like, I don't know. Having an open environment sounds so fun. Like, just putting it at the bottom of, like, a skyscraper and jumping into it and like, I don't know. That'd be crazy.
Warning devices are
Although maybe I should just play
required on all
Spider-Man. I don't
local
know.
equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet and have therefore been disabled for your safety. Good. Now use the Aperture Science unstationary scaffold to reach the chamber lock.
Hi, hey, Wave! You can see yourself on camera! Let's go. Oh, wait.
Originally, these scaffolds ran on electrified tracks, but crafty playtesters would hop along the rails to the exit, bypassing the puzzle entirely. We tried to solve this by killing players as soon as they touched the rails. That solution ended up being too much of an overcorrection, as even skilled playtesters were getting frustrated by these one-hit kills in the more complex puzzles later in the game. Making the scaffolds run along immaterial beams of light solved both problems.
I guess. I feel like there's like, it's supposed to be a game that is a puzzle game that's hard, right? And it kind of progressively gets harder. But they focus too much on like the game design element of it. I think it's so cool. Like even now, there's probably I would love to watch a speed run of this game.
Please note
You know they exist. All of that, all of these conversations of like, oh, we don't want these players to do this. They are doing something different. You could have made it more fun to do that though.
Even though layering player training was a design goal from the start, we still ended up introducing some concepts too quickly. For instance, this used to be the first energy ball redirection puzzle. Playtesting revealed that this puzzle introduced too many new concepts at once, which ended up frustrating a lot of playtesters. In response, we inserted 2 test chambers before this one to make the energy ball redirection training more gradual.
I just figured it out. Stupid orange light. Got it. Yeah, at first I was like, well, it doesn't seem that hard. Although I have played this before. What I need to do is this now. And this. This. There we go. Is there any other notes? No. I do like the notes. The notes add something. Oh god.
We previously talked about how we handle static portal collision, but collision with moving objects on the other side of a portal is a completely different and equally hard problem.
Ooh, Half-Life would be a fun game to play.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
The objects from one portal to the other and strictly controlling what objects are allowed to collide with each other and how they're allowed to collide.
Gets rid of the portal. You can just learn that too.
The Enrichment Center regrets to inform you that this next test is impossible. Make no attempt to solve it.
Because our test chamber environments were simplified for training purposes, we created visual hotspots within the rooms to guide players' attention. The design is essentially a balance between round objects and
the
sharp
Enrichment
objects.
Center
Sharp
apologizes
objects
for this
representing
clearly
background
broken
elements, and the
test
round
chamber.
objects, such as doors and movable props, comprising our points of visual interest.
For the first few months of development, we rendered the views through portals to 2 off-screen textures. This
Once
approach was
again,
easy to
the
implement and
Enrichment
was
Center
compatible with a
offers
wide
its
range
most
of graphics
sincere
hardware.
apologies on the
Unfortunately,
occasion
this
of
method was
this
incompatible
unsolvable
with
test
anti-aliasing and consumed a
environment.
large amount of video memory in order to handle recursive views through
Fantastic.
several portals.
You remain resolute
Because
and
of these
resourceful
disadvantages,
in
we
an
switched to a
atmosphere
system which
of
renders portal
extreme
views
pessimism.
recursively into the frame buffer.
Well, I want to listen to what this guy has to
Dispense the
say.
buffer to isolate pixels corresponding to a
Gladys
given
wouldn't shut the
pixel.
fuck up.
This is a more effective scheme because it is compatible with anti-aliasing and does not consume any additional video memory for off-screen textures.
Okay, he's just talking about video memory. I don't really care that much about it, but dude, like I said, there's magic behind this game. There's magic that I couldn't even comprehend. And I get to play it on YouTube and talk to people about it, even though I don't know. Crazy. I've been a fan for years. I love this game. I love all the stuff from it. I've never beaten it before. Big surprise, right? It is relatively short, though. I probably will be able to beat it at some point. The problem is I play long games. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Momentum.
Portal momentum ended up being the hardest concept to convey. For this series of puzzles, which went through more design iterations than virtually any other part of the game, we introduced the idea of redirecting your momentum using portals, slowly, step by step. We even have the AI voice pretty explicitly explain the elements of the puzzle, something we avoided throughout most of the rest of the game.
Using gravity to fall into one portal so that you come rocketing out the other portal, a skill we call flinging, was another difficult concept to train. We designed a specific visual cue, a pushed-out concrete block with checkerboard tile above a pit, to indicate to players that it's time to use the fling maneuver. Repeated several times, this cue helps players associate pushed-out concrete slabs with flinging, in much the same way that players learn to associate cubes with buttons.
That's kind of funny. Alright, let's do it.
Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
How it does not affect forward momentum. kind of hoping she'd say something else. He said that.
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity, is conserved between portals. In layman's terms, speedy thing goes in, speedy thing comes out.
How much does they get that?
Originally, these exit portal surfaces were static geometries
Bastards.
in the final position, but playtesters stubbornly refused to look up to find them. This is another example of the classic game design problem of coaxing players to look up. By putting the portals on moving pistons, we were able to start them in a position that players were more likely to see.
How interesting. You're manipulating us. Whatever. It's funny. This game's just full of. It is like a test of like what, you know. The magic behind this game design. All right, sorry. Let me start actually picking up the pace here.
The Enrichment Center promises to always provide a safe testing environment. In dangerous testing environments, the Enrichment Center promises to always provide useful advice. For instance, the floor here will kill you. Try to avoid it.
We found that rather than looking into portals to see where it went, playtesters would often leap blindly to their doom. In response to this observation, the moral of this puzzle is look before you leap. The safe orange portal is out of the player's view from this balcony. That forces them to peer through a portal to see it, which trains players in their remote viewing capabilities of portals.
Originally, a weighted button was used to open the far door, but playtesters so strongly associated boxes with buttons that they'd get stuck searching hopelessly for a box. We changed the big button to a pedestal-mounted push button, thus removing the box association, but playtesters still had trouble realizing they needed to shoot a portal through the door. Adding a ticking timer sound when the door was open cued players that the puzzle expected them to act during that time, which solved the problem.
Here we fucking go, dude.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture two linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol, we are pleased to present an amusing fact. The device is now more valuable than the organs and combined incomes of everyone in
Subject hometown here.
This room is designed to build anticipation for the big moment when players finally get the fully powered portal gun. The puzzle path brings you in a circle around the device, so that it's virtually always in sight, right up until you grab it.
Here we go.
Player training doesn't always stick, especially after the
Get
introduction of
repeated,
big new
fling
concepts.
yourself.
For instance,
Fling
after they had
into
acquired
space.
the fully powered portal device, playtesters often forgot about the fling maneuver. Since it's such an important skill, this puzzle is designed to reintroduce the idea of flinging.
It's a fun game.
We... Now that you are in control of both portals, this next test could take a very, very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out. An intubation associate will be dispatched to revive you with peptic salve and adrenaline.
Ow.
This is the first map in which we experimented with solving the puzzle in as few portal placements as possible. We tried to fit that concept into the story mode, but were never quite able to sell it. Instead of abandoning the idea altogether, we added the concept to a series of post-game challenge maps.
Yeah. Nice. I'm excited to get into the more difficult stuff.
As part of a previously mentioned required test protocol, we can no longer lie to you. When the testing is over, you will be missed.
Sorry about that, I had to step away for a second. And we're back.
All subjects intending to handle high-energy gamma-leaking portal technology must be informed that they may be informed of applicable regulatory compliance issues. No further compliance information is required or will be provided, and you are an excellent test subject.
A few playtesters put a portal on the floor here and used the rising stair pit to skip the rest of the puzzle. We'll usually rework a level if playtesters discover a way to bypass chunks of the puzzle too easily. But in this and a few other cases where skipping ahead arguably takes more skill than solving the puzzle properly, we let the ninja solution stand.
Wait,
A
what?
few playtesters put a portal on the floor here and used the rising stair pit to skip the rest of the puzzle. We'll usually rework a level if playtesters discover a way to bypass chunks of the puzzle too easily. But in this and a few other cases where skipping ahead arguably takes more skill than solving the puzzle properly, we let the ninja solution stand.
Wait, there's a solution.
A few playtesters put a portal on the floor here and used the rising stair pit to skip the rest of the puzzle. We'll usually rework a level if playtesters discover a way to bypass chunks of the puzzle too easily. But in this and a few other cases where skipping ahead arguably takes more skill than solving the puzzle properly, we let the ninja solution stand.
Where the? Whatever. I'm not gonna try to do that.
This is a great spot to appreciate the recursive nature of portals. If you place a portal on each side of this hallway, you'll notice the portals seem to go on forever, similar to the effect you get in a Hall of Mirrors. In actuality, we support a maximum of 9 recursive portal views down any chain of portals. We achieve the impression of infinite recursion by copying part of the previously rendered frame onto the final portal in the recursive chain. It's not perfect, but it's inexpensive and
I did it! I'm glad that they were like, you know what, we'll just let it be.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
This particular section went through several iterations because it's the first place where players are required to perform possibly the trickiest portal maneuver, the double fling. Originally, the room also featured an energy ball redirection puzzle. Combined with a new double fling skill, however, it proved to be too much for most playtesters. Overwhelmed players tend to not digest new information, so we simplified the puzzle to require only the double fling. To nudge players in the right direction, we also included visual hints, such as the previously introduced single fling.
Certain objects may be vital to your success. Do not destroy testing apparatus.
Oops.
This puzzle requires players to redirect an energy ball through multiple portal placements. The multiple steps cause many early playtesters to panic and accidentally redirect a ball right into themselves, with deadly results. We redesigned the test chamber so that portals can only be placed in the top half of the room, which solved the problem by generally leaving players out of the ball's reach.
Panic. The baby. Oh, I get it. Wait. Once it goes through, we got back. Got it. Got it, got it, got it.
We noticed through our playtest that many of our players weren't aware of the fact that you could place portals while falling. Since placing portals as you are falling is essential to accomplishing flings and many other portal tricks, we implemented this puzzle so that the only way to solve it was to use the mid-air placement tactic. It took numerous iterations and lots of tuning before this consistently played well.
I'm how much to get through here? Oh.
We noticed through our playtest that many of our players weren't aware of the fact that you could place portals while falling. Since placing portals as you are falling is essential to accomplishing flings and many other portal tricks, we implemented this puzzle so that the only way to solve it was to use the mid-air placement tactic. It took numerous iterations and lots of tuning before this consistently
How in
played
the
well.
I'm so this is definitely where I can't. Oh. Oh, I know what to do. Which one's on the ground? Orange and blue. This is damn hard. Damn it, Valve. Damn, I don't know. What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do? Okay. I think momentum. I get what it is trying to get me to do, but it's the momentum is not lining up. Walk into. So I get it. Got it. No. Blue's up there. Okay, I'm really close. So blue's on the floor, orange is here. I jump in the orange, come out blue, blue. Need to shoot blue. Okay, we're close. We're very close. As a shoot there. Damn it! We're so close, I can feel it. There we go. Jesus Christ. Damn, why?
Perhaps the most important purpose of this final test chamber is to cement the double fling maneuver training. For previous flings, we employed a visual cue, a pushed out section of a wall. In preparation for the more freeform behind the scenes levels, however, we take the training wheels off. To proceed, players must realize they can double fling almost anywhere they want to, with or without hints.
Oh my god. That was accidental. That was accidental. How do I get out of here? Oh shit. So 1. Oof. Damn it. First death. Death. Or not? This is kind of a hard part. Why does it take so long to reload? Oh. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, that's not good. Oh my god. Oh my god! Damn it! There we fucking go.
In this puzzle, we wanted players to realize that using portals, they can travel long distances in a short step. Originally, we had stairs from the ground level to the upper rooms. Many playtesters, however, were able to run from one room to the other quickly enough to consider it a solution, without ever thinking to use the even easier portal method. By changing the stairs to very slow-moving lifts, we were able to level the travel time for all player experience levels, thus making the intended solution more clear.
No! What?
Did you know you can donate one or all of your vital organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls? It's true.
Oh, I did it. Okay, cool.
Due to mandatory scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck.
For Portal, we wanted to create a turret that was different from the traditional Half-Life 2 turrets. The Half-Life 2 turrets are nothing more than mindless mounted guns. In Portal, we wanted the turrets to have personality, to be characters. The first step was a redesign of the look. Once we had the look of the new turrets, they seemed less like menacing machine guns and more like cute robots. And robots can never really be cute until they are talking robots. So the next step was creating the vocal characteristics of the turrets. Working with Ellen McLean, we settled on an innocent-sounding voice with dialogue to match. This juxtaposition of killing machine and innocent, non-aggressive personality ends up making the Portal turret a memorable character.
Target lost. Who's there? I don't hate you.
Even though we didn't want Portal to be too combat heavy, we wanted to add at least a light
Vital
combat
testing
mechanic.
apparatus
After
destroyed.
a few less than successful
Vital
attempts to
testing
actually
apparatus
realize this light
destroyed.
combat concept, we settled on turrets as a good compromise. The turrets can be defeated with tricky portal maneuvers, but they're also susceptible to a more straightforward berserker approach.
Hello. Searching. Hey. Malfunction. I don't blame you. Activated. Target lost. Hibernating. Hey. Vital testing apparatus destroyed. Who's there? Are you still there? Is anyone there?
Even though Portal tells a simple story, we created a lot of backstory. For Aperture Science, for its employees, for its rivalry with the hated Black Mesa, and for where all of this fits into the cosmology of Half-Life.
Oh, it's so
This first
cool.
Portal
I
game doesn't
forgot that it was
reveal all
part of the...
it, but we crammed a lot of little details into the environments. This area, for instance, called the Ratman Den, hints that there may be other people trapped in the facility.
There you are. Target lost. Are you still there? Goodbye. Sentry mode activated. Hello. Quiet. Searching. Target lost.
Boo.
Searching.
Trying to think of like how to do this.
Is anyone there? Critical error. Hello.
Damn. Alright, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there for now. It's not that I can't figure it out, it's just that I also need to get off and do something else because life calls, my friends, and life's probably calling you too. So before we continue on our ways, leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Seriously helps me out. Thank you so much for doing that. If you want to know when I go live, hit that bell on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, do all the things. Follow, go crazy. And without further ado, I'll see you guys later. And yeah, stay tuned. I don't know what we're playing next. Although we will come back to this. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Alrighty, have a good one.